Man, bro.
Yeah,
Dog, what did we just see?
we just saw history, dog. Like,
I don't even know
hey,
where to begin. I don't know what
20 first of all, 2020 has been a roller coaster, but that was probably the best part of it so far.
dude, I don't even know where to begin, man. Like it's so many layers to like just after everything ended and I got a chance to like sit for a second, like my mind just went everywhere because there's so many layers to what just happened, dog.
Mhm.
Um the biggest event probably this year because we've been locked down, we've been in COVID, um, the pandemic, as we know, a second wave is coming back around, and it's we know it's gonna be worse than the first wave. And so a lot of places are going back into lockdown. Um, and in response to that initial lockdown, hip hop, of course, came to the rescue.
Yes,
Swiss Beats and Timberland created something that, at least for a moment, a couple hours, made us forget that, hey, we locked down. And they created verses, and it brought everybody together, brought the culture together. It made us realize the power of what hip hop is and of what we can accomplish as, hip hop creatives using this space. Um, so they create this platform, and we coming around to this COVID. Everybody think outside about to open back up. Next thing you know, boom, COVID came back around. So now everybody's starting to feel that same feeling again that we felt back in March. You know, just feeling down, anxiety setting back in. You know, we need something to kind of just, and once again,
yes,
hip hop come to the rescue. Season 2 versus
did
Gucci
not
Man versus
disappoint.
Gucci Man versus Jeezy.
Yeah,
Bruh, it's dog. Okay, so there are moments in hip hop that define what hip hop is, right?
yes, sir.
Whether it be something good, whether it be some tragic, there are moments in hip hop that, excuse me, there are moments in hip hop that are just staples in hip hop, and they represent just a time. Um, and just one moment that just comes to my mind is the Source Awards when Three Stacks and Dungeon Family all up on the stage. Oh, y'all ain't got love for the South? You know,
Hmm.
South got something to say.
South got something to say.
And that was, I call it, to me, whenever I talk about that moment, I always say that was the drop in the bucket that started the ripple effect. Because it was at that moment that everybody realized that, oh, wait, something's going on down there. And then once the eyes started paying attention, the ripple effect, because it just grew from there.
Yeah.
And now we are at this moment that we are at now when verses is taking off. Life is becoming more online and virtual because we can't be together. And the biggest verses involves two Southern artists.
Mm.
Not only two Southern artists, bruh, two trap dog. Think about that, dog. Two Two dudes that used to trap.
The trap. The trap had something to say tonight. It was when I think of what I just witnessed, just like you said, all the way back from Three Stacks at the Source Awards. It comes full circle when you think about these two artists and where they've come from and their history with each other. 10 years ago, we never would have thought we'd see Gucci Mane and Jeezy in the same room. Matter of fact, last week, 4 days ago, we still didn't think we was gonna see Jeezy and
4 days
Gucci Mane.
ago, 4 hours ago. I'm questioning like, yo, how is this really gonna happen? How are we really about to get these two dudes in the room together and they ain't gonna be they gonna stand there and look at each other.
Hey man, I'm happy it happened, dog.
Dog. Dog, to me, like I said, when Stacks came out and made that statement, it was a ripple effect. It started the revolution of Southern hip hop. Tonight,
Mm,
this Gucci and Jeezy battle, just from the amount of dog before either one of them touched the screen, Instagram alone already had 1.5 million people tuned in.
yeah, yeah.
This is before any one of them even came to the screen. 1.5 million on a Thursday night when
Mm-hmm.
football is on.
Big football game too.
Thursday night football, bruh. America's sport. And
Two MVP candidate quarterbacks head to head.
hey, let me tell you something, bruh. I was so focused on this Jeezy and Gucci Man battle, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like
Hey,
I don't even know what you who played.
Russell Wilson versus Kyler Murray.
Are you serious,
Seattle Seahawks, Arizona Cardinals.
bro? I had no idea, bro. Had no
That's,
idea.
yeah, that's what happened.
Um,
In fact, I've been in this seat. I've been in this seat for like three hours. I was watching Versus, and I had the football game playing over here, and I'm looking up some other stuff, trying to get ready to record. But my soul is full right now.
bruh,
Like,
this was a moment that that established without question that the South runs hip hop.
yeah,
It's without question. There is no, oh, maybe the West or maybe bro. And the South, specifically Atlanta, runs hip hop and
yeah,
has had a stranglehold on hip hop for years because all of the new sound, all of the best sounds come out of Atlanta. Tonight we celebrated Jeezy and Gucci. They playing tracks from 2005.
and they still bang like they was made earlier this year.
It's the power of hip hop, bro.
Yeah, I think even tonight's. I think the event from tonight is gonna have far-reaching effects. Like this don't stop tonight. This don't stop right here in this moment. This is gonna go. Like this is major. This is major. I don't want to say this is major for hip hop. This is major for the culture, not just Southern hip hop. This is major for the culture. Like them boys did their thing. I'm
Dog.
I'm proud of to be from the South. I'm proud to represent the South
So
after that.
proud to be from the South, bro. Dog, it's so crazy because, like I said, just even 4 hours before, you got to understand the history between Jeezy and Gucci. Like this, like I was trying to tell somebody the other day. Somebody was like, "Oh, everybody should know about this beef. It was an industry beef." And I looked at them and I was like, "Dog, this beef was beyond the industry." You know what I'm saying? So like, if you wasn't down here, if you wasn't aware of just the every weekend things that was going on, you don't know how deep this beef really was. So that's why I was like, "Yo, I hope Timberland and Swiss know how deep this thing is." Because bodies have dropped, attempts at bodies dropping and failing
Hits.
has been a part of this beef. You know what I'm saying? And so just 4 hours before, I'm still like, yo, how is this even gonna go down? How are these boys gonna be in the same room together? And then it comes out that they're gonna meet up in a strip club. And then
Magic City.
that let off a light bulb in my head. Because once again, if you know anything about just the South, being down from the South, politicking in the streets and stuff like that, there are two places really that are neutral zones, regardless of what y'all got going on. The strip club and the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they actually was like, okay, we're gonna do this versus the strip club, it was like, all right. To anybody that's like real in the South, you know that signifies, hey, okay, this is a neutral place. They gonna come in there and they might have issues, but they gonna leave the real outside. So it's like, all right, let's see how this gonna play out. And to me, it being at Magic City, it being at that type of place, is like, all right, it's already a battle, a versus that's set up higher than something else. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Um, but then you got the pregame, the DJ doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. He playing all the right records.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's setting it up. He's setting it off.
Bunch of Atlanta and Southern anthems just ringing off.
Just ringing off.
Meanwhile, the numbers steady going up. Crazy. 1.5, 1.6, hovering between 1.5 and 1.6. Just sitting there,
steady
watching the
going
chairs,
up. Steady
just
going
watching.
up.
You know what I'm saying?
And then it's like, okay, this thing will start 8:00. 8:30 roll around. Nothing. So then it's like, all right, man, somebody put a camera backstage. Cause clearly something going down. Them boys ain't coming out. So something happened and them boys is not coming out. And then 8:45 roll around. And it's like, oh, okay. Nothing. And then the closer it crept 9:00, it's like, okay, nah, they building anticipation. They know what's up.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, all you do is you hear Gucci's voice. And he come out like a pit bull. He come out the gate just talking.
Mm-hmm.
And out the gate, I think the first record he played was round one?
Yeah, he came out with round one.
He came out the gate
Out the
swinging.
gate with a diss track. Out the gate.
He came out the gate dissing this man. And then it was like he set that tone, and then Jeezy was trying to set that. Hey, I'm grown. I'm going high and above that. And Gucci trying to set that. Hey, all right, you go high if you want to. I killed your partner.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And then the battle is going, and it just felt like it was dog. It was some moments of tension, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Some of
Yeah.
that
There
stuff you
was a
can't
couple
fake.
of them.
Some of that stuff you can't fake, bro.
Yeah, there was a couple of them. There was a couple of them. One of my favorite parts of it was when Gucci kept trying to switch the pace, kind of like how Fab was trying to do with Kiss, and Jeezy just said, "No, we in control. We controlling this." You know what I'm saying? He was like, Gucci was like, "Yo, you playing all this
But
05, oh
yeah,
06. Yeah.
play some
I got,
current.
yeah, he's like, I got current hits."
Yeah.
And then Jeezy kept subtly letting him know the difference between a hit and a classic. He said, I got
I got.
classics.
He was
I got,
sunning him. He was sunning
yeah,
him. He was sunning him.
yeah, yeah. But the most tense moment of the night obviously came when Gucci decided he was gonna play Truth. And I think everybody felt a level of tension at that point. Because that was like the peak. That was like the peak.
Dog.
And at that moment, the viewers was at like 1.8.
It was up there. Yep.
Yeah. And so I don't know how you felt in that moment, but I was kind of locked in, like it's one of those moments where you at that point, because I was confident that things was gonna go smooth the whole time, and kumbaya, maybe daps and stuff. But at that moment, I was like, oh snap, this could go left right now. I was really thinking like, oh, why he did that? You know what I'm saying? But he did it. And then when Jeezy got up after that, it was almost like he was ready to straighten this man. Like, okay, like, I called you here as a man. You know what I'm saying? He told him, I called you here as a man, whatever. And then he mentioned that, all these kids coming up behind us, 20 years we've been at it, 15, 20 years we've been at it. All these kids coming up behind us, they doing what they doing because of us. So then he mentioned that. He mentioned Mode 3. He mentioned King Von. You know what I'm saying? He mentioned all these artists that just was gone too soon. You know what I'm saying? Gone pretty much from the start line. You know what I'm saying? From go. So he mentioned all these artists, and that's when you saw grown man Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? It was like I called you here as a man to show these people that that ain't what we is. That ain't who we are no more. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately that set the tone for the rest of the night. You know what I'm saying? It still felt tense. It still felt real tense because Gucci dropped like 2 more disses.
He dropped Truth, then he dropped 745 and Trap House.
Yeah.
But it was dog. When he dropped Truth, bruh, that was a real moment. Cause he said I remember he turned to the DJ, he said, man, I could have played this sooner if I want to, but drop that right now.
Yeah, he was like, yeah.
And they dropped it, and it was like a moment, bruh. It was like one of them, like in a movie when they pan from one character to the other, and they keep flipping back and forth. That's what it was. It was just kind of like oh, what's about to happen? Who gonna jump first? And dog. I couldn't believe he played it. Not only did he play it, he played the whole song. He
The
performed the
whole
whole
thing.
song, word for word. And Jeezy just had to sit there.
Yeah, just had to eat it.
And then when Jeezy got up and he said what he said, the very first thing I thought was this sounded like the conversation that Jeezy had with Gucci to get him to do it. That sound like that's exactly what Jeezy told Gucci to make whatever, put it to the side. It
Yeah.
sounded like he said that to him. He sounded like he came to him and was like, "Hey man, we got dudes like because both of them love Kodak, both of them love NBA YoungBoy. They love the new generation. So he probably told him like, hey, we got them young boys, Kodak, them boys looking up to us. They fall right behind us doing the same thing. And look, they in the same positions we was in, sitting in prison. Like we
Mhm.
gotta show them it's different.
Yeah,
And
and then even then, Gucci was like, "Yeah, I told you I wasn't coming out if I couldn't perform truth." So I think it was more like one of those moments where you got to get through that.
gotta
You
sit
gotta
there
you
and
gotta
take it.
face that. Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta face that the
yeah.
hard part in order to get through it. And ultimately that's what they did. I know it was tough. I know it was probably tough for both of them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that had to been because even that dialogue they was having at that moment, you couldn't script that.
Yeah.
Like Jeezy was trying to say something, but Gucci was trying to remind him like, "Hey, get out your feelings because I told you that when we get here, this is what's gonna happen. So get out your
Mhm.
feelings." And then Jeezy was trying to explain himself, and Gucci was like, "Hey," so he kept interrupting him and whatever. You can't.
Mhm.
That ain't scripted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, some of the stuff that the DJ was saying, how amped up the DJ was, you can't.
Oh
You
yeah.
can't. That was real energy. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Um, I don't know. Hey, listen. Put it like this: if it wasn't real energy, they did a great job of putting on the show.
It was definitely real energy. And like I said, I feel like it had to happen that way. There was no other way. There was no other way of getting through that moment other than for it to kind of meet at that point
Yeah,
and then kind of smooth it over.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was like, hey, if we gonna do this, this what we doing. This is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And if I can't do this, then we not doing this. And
Mhm.
however you feel after that, then that's how you feel. But whatever. And then it was like, okay, how we? Because it turned a little awkward. It was like, okay,
Oh
how
yeah, definitely.
how we gonna get past this moment? What's up? What we gonna do? And Jeezy start playing, seen it all, and next thing you know, you see Gucci putting his jacket on. I'm thinking to myself, oh, either Gucci getting ready to swing and walk off, or he just getting ready to walk off altogether.
Mhm.
Um, but Jeezy grabbed the mic and started talking, and next thing you know, the boys is performing so icy.
Yeah. Ended it by performing so icy. Pretty much letting us know that it's done. You know what I'm saying?
And he basically said, "Hey, 20 years we've been waiting. What Jeezy said? Jay Z and Nas better watch out."
Jay-Z and Nas better watch out.
So that I took that two ways. I took that as Southern legends can end the beats because in the South beef is different. We don't get over stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But him
Doggone sure not gonna get over it after you
to
buy me.
what?
You're not gonna buy me and then we're gonna be cool about it.
Um, and then that happens, and it's like, okay, so You got that part of it, and then Jay-Z and Nas dropped a couple tracks together.
Mm.
So with him saying Jeezy, he's saying Jay-Z and Nas look out. Are they gonna do music together? Like, did it seem like that was something that they could do together? Because that would be, I mean, that would be the only thing that could top a versus is if we heard a new Gucci and Jeezy track.
Um,
How much?
I would like to see. I would like to see and hear new Jeezy and Gucci. And from that closing speech, Gucci's energy changed. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like he's been waiting for this moment also, and he finally got. You know what I'm saying? He got off that energy. Like, okay, I got off all my negative energy. We're gonna leave it right here in Magic City. And then he was telling him, he appreciated him extending the olive branch to him, and then they started talking about they was gonna be at the compound hosting the after party together. So now I just need to see the energy, and from that I want to see that the way that energy is happening right now in the compound.
Compound got to be lit, bro. Compound got to be
All of Atlanta is lit
zoo
right
right
now. I don't
now.
think nobody's sleeping in Atlanta
Come
tonight.
on, man.
COVID cases going to be through the roof in the
Oh
morning.
man, Georgia gonna have a the outbreak is happening right now.
Right now.